Hey guys, it's Sid here with SVTperformance.com, and we're out here in Florence, South Carolina at 5-Star Tuning. Got this 2021 Raptor, one of their shop trucks, up here on the lift. We're going to take a look at this thing, do a little quick features inspection of the 2021 Raptor. This under hood, not a whole lot to see that's changed from the Gen-2 Raptors. It's still your 3.5 liter EcoBoost. All the hoses and tubes and spaghetti monster stuff in the world under the hood. Do have an EGR cooler buried in here on this side, so that's something I'm still getting used to, is seeing an EGR cooler on gasoline engines, but that's what you get with the EcoBoost now. Got the beauty cover that says Ford Performance on it, keep the sound down from the DI system, but there's not a whole lot to see that's different than the Gen 2, so we'll get it up in the air and show you where the real changes are here in just a second. I do like this intake scoop. That's really nice. They add that now. Interior is fantastic on this truck. Looks really, really nice. I do like the American flag embossed into the plastic here. Of course, it has the huge screens both in the dash and the instrument cluster. Inductive charging for your phone, pretty much just everything you've come to expect. This one also has the speakers in the headrest. You can see the little B&O emblem here. Very nice seats, beautiful, beautiful truck. Very nice inside. I do like the speakers in the headliner as well. That's a new feature, but really great looking truck. So let's get this thing up in the air and see where the real changes for 2021 happen to lie. All right, guys, we're here underneath this 2021 Raptor at 5-Star, and this is one of their little project trucks they're working on to just see what aftermarket parts work and everything. Hopefully, HP tuners or SCT will get some support for these 21 F-150 soon, so they can start doing some tuning. We'll finish off a little bit of PDI. It looks like the dealer forgot. Getting rid of that. We've got your larger Fox shocks, big upgrade. These things are very nice, and then check out this aluminum lower control arm. Beautiful, beautiful piece that Ford puts on these. But your front suspension is not that much different than the earlier Gen 2 trucks. These things are just kind of tough to see a whole lot because you've got heavy skid plates, big frame, all that stuff all around. Very nice looking half shafts here on it. Look at the size of the brakes. Those are pretty good too. Aluminum knuckles, aluminum lower control arms, all nice stuff. Let's see if you can actually get a peek around here. You can't really see much, but there you go. There's your look behind the bumper. Got your intercooler and stuff back in there. But you got another skid plate right behind the main front one. It's protecting your transmission because, of course, 10R80 transmission does have a plastic pan on it, which is not great if you're off-roading, because metal will bend, plastic will break. So definitely want to protect that with this skid plate. Got another skid plate on your transfer case. But now we come to the first big change that Ford has done for the 21s, and that is the O-pipe. So I guess they're trying to get some better sound quality out of these EcoBoost engines, and this is what they came up with. So usually you try to avoid bends in the exhaust to make as much power as possible, but in this case we're going to go ahead and do a 360-degree turn, and it just comes out, drops around, comes back out into this enormous muffler. This thing is freaking huge back here. Oh, and it gets even weirder when we go further back, but I'll save that for a few minutes from now. Let's just take another look. We've got some mass dampers on the back of the transfer case. And is that fuel conditioner? Oh, this is the charcoal canister buried up in here. So your evaporative emission system. Got the downpipes here. Looks like we're running 2 cats on each side. But nice size exhausts on all this. Plenty of heat shielding all around it and on the transmission, trying to keep that 10R80 cool. Let's see, who makes this? Torque on Demand Borg Warner. So we got a Borg Warner transfer case in it. Surprising to see heat shielding on the frame, because I mean it's just a steel frame, but I guess they wanted to protect that as well, and even more heat shielding and sound deadening material on the bottom of the cab here. Big aluminum drive shaft, nice size fuel tank, plastic skid plate. I'm surprised to see that, but it should be good enough. Plastic tank, of course. And going further back, another huge change. Chevy truck arms from a NASCAR. Nope, it's not trailing arm, rear suspension, and coil springs. That's another big change on the Gen-3 Raptor from the Gen-2. It's actually a 4-link. But it does look like the old Chevy truck arm suspension that NASCAR ran forever and ever. Creep around here, and now, like I said, that exhaust is just going to keep getting weirder. You got 3 pipes exiting out of this muffler, going into an X pipe in the back. We got valves here so we can change where the exhaust is flowing around and everything to get as much sound as we possibly can. I guess as good a quality sound as we possibly can. Check this thing out. This is definitely an odd setup, but they paid a lot of attention to that. I guess that's one of the reasons why these trucks are so expensive, is because you've got to pay for all the extra piping in the new exhaust. Going around, and it dumps out the back like we're used to seeing on the Raptors. Good looking exhaust system. Blacked out tips on this one. Nice big hitch. Full-size spare that matches. 9 3/4 inch rear end like we're used to seeing. What we're not used to seeing is this coil spring rear suspension. Looks pretty good. Nice big heavy iron casting for your spring mount. It mounts to, it actually bolts in to your axle right here. Heavy bolts going through that. And of course those massive Fox shocks. Variable dampers, those things look great and work great. This is actually one of the best riding vehicles that you can buy on the road today. A lot of people don't believe that, but it's definitely the best riding F-150 model because those fantastic shocks, soft springs, does great on the road, on a road trip. And with the EcoBoost engine, they get halfway decent mileage now versus the old 6.2 V8, which on that didn't need all this fancy new age exhaust parts to make them sound halfway decent because it had cubic inches and the proper number of cylinders. But this is the world we live in now, and probably not the route I would have went on the exhaust. On these EcoBoost engines, I'm a fan of just make the exhaust quiet and make the turbos loud. That's how I handle getting happy sounds out of them. But we've got this nice beefy box frame all the way back that we're used to. Beefed up section here around the bump stop so we don't have any of those Gen 1 Raptor problems. You can see this thing is welded all the way around just to add some more strength in this area. If you're going to be doing some jumps, everybody likes doing wicked jumps in the Raptor. I think that is mislabeled. That does not look like an axle to me, but I'm guessing they just mean put this on the axle end. Since we've got it on both sides, I guess they want to make it as easy as possible for the guys on the assembly line know which direction this thing's supposed to run in. But I'm looking forward to getting this thing out on the road when I get a chance. They're working on it now. Like I said, this is a test mule for all the parts that you can order from 5-Star Tuning. I know they messed around with the JMS Throttle Max and the JB4. I'm not sure what they call that. It's called a module, which basically just increases boost 3 or 4 pounds. It picked up like 50 horsepower or so with that. I'll roll in the dyno sheet so you can see exactly how much power it made. But yeah, I guess now we're just waiting for SCT and HP tuners, especially HP tuners. I know they're working hard on this. I think SCT sort of given up on 2021 F-150 tuning. But I know HP Tuners is working on it. Talked to those guys at ModNats. They said they're pretty close. So that's when you can start getting those 100 horsepower gains that we've come to expect on Raptors. We can get that full tuning. But man, in the meantime, this is some weird exhaust. Call it the trombone. I don't know. Is that the French horn exhaust? But odd, but I guess it works. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Underneath, you've got that whole new rear suspension setup, which looks beefy and looks like it should articulate pretty well. It's nice to see. Something a little bit different than leaf springs. I mean, if you're going to change it, you might as well make it different and better. And I know for off-roading, this thing is going to be pretty damn nice. Look forward to getting in one of these, especially with the 37-inch tire option. This one does not have that, but it is an option if you want to pick up a 21 Raptor. If you can find one, good luck. You guys know pandemic special stuff. So yeah, we'll just leave it there. Very clean truck underneath. Hasn't been off-road yet, but I'm sure it will be. You guys at 5 Star know how to go have some fun in a soybean field. So we'll just leave her there, and hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, head over to svtperformance.com for all the latest news, reviews, and information on your favorite Ford-powered vehicles. We have a thread that's linked in the description below. If you have any questions about this truck or any of the 5 Star tuning or anything like that, just click that link, go over to SVTP and post it up. We don't really monitor the comment section on YouTube all that much, so that would really help us out. If you guys want to get your questions answered, head over to svtperformance.com. Like I said, links in the description below. In the meantime, you can click like and all that other stuff that people ask you to do on YouTube videos. And we'll get you some more info as soon as tuning's available on this thing.